The system was pretty basic. We took out slack from the gi. We made our secondary grip, and then we created lateral momentum. So we circled out to the left, elbow in, head positioning. And then I get my head on the inside, head on the inside. Now what's typical? I know Ruben knows the answer. What's he gonna do next?
The wrist?
Grab my wrist. Danny's coming for the title.
I'll try to give him.
So he's gonna grab my wrist because he doesn't want me to do what? He doesn't want me to connect my hands. He knows, or knee tap him, or hit a single. So what do? I web my thumb to the inside and I make it a proactive grip over the top of his wrist. The next sequence is pretty basic. I'm gonna walk my hip against his, just to narrow his hips up, just a little bit. Now watch my left foot. My left foot steps to the side, my right leg steps straight behind both of his heels, and I pull Ronnie down towards the mat. Now notice I'm on all of my left foot and my hips are off the mat. You see this? So this gives me the necessary real estate to escape my right leg, right? Head tight, I'm on top. Pull the arm out and you're ready to start attacking from side control. So let's analyze it again. Really simple stuff, but a big detail that I want to stress is, we take the slack out, lateral momentum, inside head positioning, he grabs, I pummel, I walk the hips into his. Now can I walk here? Yeah. Of course. I love walking, it's a very Greco-oriented style. The subtlety is, I'm using the side of my hip to push him in, to narrow his feet. See this? Just a little bit. Once I see a narrowing of the feet, I simply drop my left foot so that it's parallel with his lead foot, in this case his near side foot, his left foot, and then I drop my right leg straight behind his, and I'm pulling him into the empty space. Head pressure, hips up, sweep the knee, and make this up. So one last time. So, slacks out of the gi. Proactive cross grip inside, head positioning. What's that next step here? Got him. If you just try to rely on pulling away, he can easily follow that momentum. See? That happens a lot. You get to hold your body or a single leg. So I make sure that I'm turning into it. See? That puts pressure on his thumb. And then I'm grabbing. I narrow the hip up, step, drop, pull. You guys want to see it one more time? Or? Got it? Yeah. On three. 1, 2, 3. Where am I? I'm on my side. The concept is that I have to get all limbs in play at all times. Right? All limbs in play at all times. So my feet and my hands are all being proactive, aggressive. I kick, I pull to strip the grip, right? Now this puts Ronnie in a compromised position. I have his hand being pulled forward and I have his hips being pushed backwards. So whenever you can create a polarity of tension, there's always going to be tension, not just in his body, but in his mind. He feels off balance. I flick my toes to the inside of the bicep and then I kick straight up. Right? Straight up, I want to kick. Now, Ruben asked a great question. He said, I feel like my grip is being compromised because of the extension of the left leg. If it's to the point where you feel like your grip's being hurt, don't overextend. Because I even feel, look at my fingers, they're starting to elongate. Go to the point of where you feel like your threshold's right about there, and then you should be good to go. So you guys ready to build on this position? Let's move it on. So I break the grip, I get the polarity of tension, I flick the toes, extension. Now watch this. As I extend my left foot, I want you guys to focus on coming up to a reliable post. So watch, in this case, my right arm. So as I extend my foot, see that? Now, Danny, I was just talking to you about tension in the fist. Remember this? Now I was saying that tension from this fist to this fist that runs along the lining of the back. Can I get it from here though? A little bit. Not really though. Yeah, you can't amplify. I can amplify the tension by getting up to my elbow. Because look, I can only pull his hand so close to my body. Look, it starts looking, this doesn't work. It doesn't work. I have to get to my elbow. When I get to my elbow, watch what happens to his fist, right? Oh, tension for days. Now he's in trouble now. So to get to sleep, I drop my right foot to the base of his leg. Kind of resembles the scissor sweep, right? I kick my toe to the mat. Think about almost like your head kicking your partner. I want to kick and pull the hand. And then pull them right over. We'll stop right there. So again, Ronnie's on top. Ronnie's being the negotiator. He's being the antagonist. He's making the grips. All right, so I have my levers in place. I have my proximity controllers in place, my jab, if you will. Now I need to get proactive. So I make my grips. Now, just as a quick reference point, this doesn't mean that I'm actually doing anything significant, right? Because I'm grabbing his wrist, who cares? Like, he can still smash me to bits, break this grip and pass. So as soon as I grip, I have to have I have to have some sort of like set intention of what I want to accomplish. So if I grab his wrist, I have to get his hands off of my pants, right? So I have to get his hands off. So I kick, I pull, feet inside, create the tension. Now he's completely on the defense. I was on the defense, now he's on the defense. He's in a position where he's greatly compromised. Grips again, last time. I kick, I break. Flick, oh, tension. Now where does my right foot go? Ruben doesn't even want to say it anymore, he knows. What's next, guys? Toes, you're scissoring, and you're pulling. Look what happens. See that? Easy. Now I can do, one of my favorite setups is to go for the arm lock with me. It's very unusual, I love it. But what we're gonna do for now is, once I sweep him, there's gonna be a little bit of slack. I'm gonna drive my heel to the hip. Now, can he put me in Ashigarami here? Single leg X, right? Pretty easily. So what I'm gonna do before he gets a chance to do that, he needs his head where? That way. He needs his head away from me to get Ashi. I'm gonna pull his fist towards his other fist. That. You can't get Ashigarami. Then I raise my hip off the mat using my post. Knee behind his back. Now I'm in position to get attack. So let's do it one more time. So like little micro things that I think are gonna change the game for you. It's really simple steps. Sweep one, I'll go slow. See that there's a little bit of slack there, and that's why I take that opportunity to pull my foot out so I don't get jammed. Now, if you stay here, guys, he's going to get the leg. He's going to get the leg. Not going to get the leg. Not going to get it. Hips up. Hips heavy. And then from here, I'm looking to attack the arm bar, take his back. So last time. He's proactive. I'm not going to have that for too long. So one more time. On my side, feet in positions. You know where the money is, right? You guys sensed it? Where was the money shot, right? Where was it? Pressure's always the money shot. That's the default answer. But where was the sweet spot? You notice it? The momentum. And it's that switching of the wrist. So it was me sweeping him and then misdirecting this hand. But if you do it at the right time, it's like floating. Yeah. Watch the momentum. You can do it half a speed. And then from there, everything comes together seamlessly. Well, let's sweep on for 1, 2, 3. So the concept of that he was being proactive. I kick and break, foot inside. Now, the context will be that I go for the sweep, and he widens his knees out. Very common. So I go to sweep him, but he widens his base. I'm simply going to put my foot back onto the hip. That's why Alan, I was so big on you to keep the right foot in the right place. You see how interchangeable it is? Now watch what I do with Ronnie's fist. I'm going to pull it towards my imaginary pocket on my left side. So I start to pull here. Now watch as I drag both fists towards my hips. Watch my hips. Oh, hips all the way up. You guys see what this is? And then obviously I'm negotiating the whole time. So I'm already hitting that perpendicular angle. He's already cooked from here. Good base, good base. Foot back on the hip. I'm having a conversation with Ronnie, but I'm just trying to dominate with, like, it's a debate between us right now, and I want to keep ahead of him by one step in the debate. So me being able to control Distance is me being able to control the line of talk. This is me controlling the conversation. I have to keep the foot there. If you go for the triangle here and he closes the distance too fast or puts his knee in the middle, all right? So you gotta control the narrative as much as you can. So once I break the grip, I get my foot in the inside, I go for the sweep, he winds his knees out. Where does my right foot go, Alan? Right on the hip. Now I pull this fist towards my pocket, I drag his left fist towards my chest. Now I'm gonna do something wrong. Ready?
Hit something around.
Yes, you guys know. So let me start that question. Let's get to it. I break the grip, foot inside, locks, ready? See that? And you snap on the neck, like being a fly jack. One last time, go slow. It's here. Tension from fist to fist. Good base. I overlap my heel. Watch as I pull. I'm raising my hips, but I'm also sliding. I'm letting off tension with my right leg. So it's here. I'm letting off tension to kind of get my hips closer. I want to get my hips underneath his chest. The angle of the heel hits the knee. Fundamentally perpendicular, and then it's interlocking with the legs. We know how to finish it if it's not. We can negotiate the arm, right? We can do the whole perpendicular angle, or we can do the more advanced setups if you've been training those with me too. Yeah, where we hit this angle. One last time. Right, let's say I get here, I'll go a little more advanced. Why you like this? Quick, easy tap. You guys got it right for the most part? On three. 1, 2, 3.